Folks, Black Bull Markets have 10 merch packs to give away to clients who sign up before the end of the year, including one of these trader keys. So to go in the draw, all you need to do is sign up with the link below this video or in the podcast description, and you'll go in the draw to win. It's that simple. And remember, folks, when you sign up to Black Bull Markets through the Trading Nut link below, you're going to get a 100% deposit bonus up to $1,000 on your first deposit. All you need to do is click the link in the description below the video or the podcast.
Good morning. All right, let's get to this today. So a nice little easy move has already happened. A little bit early for me. I saw it as it was unfolding. We didn't really have a lot of time to execute on it though. But we had 7 o'clock open for German. We had price. This is where price was just before the open. This is the German 40 chart. This is the 30-minute time frame. We had 7 o'clock Frankfurt open, and it just shot straight down. Straight down, swept the Asian low, swept the New York low, swept the previous Asian low into this little gray area that flagged. Hey, Al. Then we got a liquidity candle underneath it. So let's go to the 3-minute chart. This was the open I was just referring to. This guy, 7 o'clock, straight down, little tiny small body candle, another little push, and then finally sweeping into this area properly. Little liquidity candle. And now we've got about a 25 pip rejection from there. So nice and quick one. Nice and quick one. Looks small here, but if you stretch it out, looks like a great candle. I don't like this one because it's got no wick on the top. This one here, a little tiny wick, taking the low, closing nice and healthy and bullish after having that initial push down, clean candles to the top. If you didn't like this candle, getting above here would have been a beauty to fill that clean range. That's a lovely setup. Lovely setup. What the 5-minute chart looked like. I was looking at it on the 3-minute. So 5-minute chart. Still, I like this candle as well. So this one here is not so great because you've got such a long wick on it. But this one here, even the red one, breaking the low of the bullish ones, closing back higher than the wicks. Nice little rejection wick. Little support created. Yeah, that was just a classic. That's a beauty. Nice. Good morning, lead left hand. Tamimi, how are you? Cool. Yeah, nice start to the morning. All right, so my zones that I've got. Hey, Glenn, how are you? My zones that I've got. Let's tidy some of this up. Get rid of some of this, some of this, some of this. Looking at, I see this is the first area we've tapped into already. We've got a clean zone underneath for about 35 to 40 pips. If we're breaking underneath this, we've got nothing really above here until we get to like the previous Asian high, Euro 50%, where it held a little bit of support and then broke down. So I'd say if we're breaking above here, then it looks good for the New York high sweep. Then we've got a little bit of sticky point. Then we've got another little clean gap. And then we've got another sticky point because this is support. Support, then resistance. Then we've got another little gap. Then we've got London high, New York high. So this area could be a little bit dicey. And then that's getting up on its way towards all-time high territory again. So we shall see. We shall see. But these are the zones I'm keeping my eye on for now. Based on the 30-minute time frame. This is where I've got most of these from. Now, the other thing is always keep in mind your session highs, session lows, session 50%. Okay, they're always going to be important. If we're breaking underneath this wick significantly, we've got a lot of lovely liquidity across here to push all the way down. So let's see where we get to today. We don't have any news today, so we're really going to just wait and see where price is going to take us. Trade the zones, trade price action around them. We don't really have a catalyst, do we? Not till tomorrow. So we've got German EFO can cause a little bit, but the rest of it is yellow folder. So we had some speakers. Now that the Fed blackout period is over, because we had FOMC last week, be prepared for just Fed speakers coming out and saying their 2 cents. Because we did have some yesterday. This Fed Goolsby, was having a good little chat on Sunday. Strange. Yeah, so not saying anything really new. Rate decisions will be dependent on data, meeting by meeting. And it's too early to declare victory on inflation. So, yeah. All right, so what's going on here? Yeah, the dovish power was followed by the hawk by sending out a bunch of hawks. Oh, where'd it go? Yeah. So you've got some of the Fed members pushing back. Alrighty, so what's this? You're a little undecided what your bias today. Friday, it was an inside daily candle. And today's price hasn't touched the high or the low of the Friday bar. It touched the low now. It's broke the low. Usually look for the reversal, whichever side is touched first. Whenever the previous days are inside. So it took the low. Because this was the low of the day. This was the low of the day. And this is broke it below it. Not broke, it tested it. Gave a little rejection. Anyone catch that? Was anyone quick enough? Mm-hmm. Oh, you touched a little differently, left hand? What broker is that? Oh, yeah, sorry. Shall not be named. All right, so I guess that initial little fast move was the false move. Just corrected it. Yeah, now we just got to wait and see where it's going to go. But it's taken the low already. Now, what I wouldn't mind seeing, I've got a feeling as well, I'm not really sure what my bias is either. Given it was so high in this this run up from late October, all of November, and now we are following on the footsteps of the first actual bearish candle, like proper bearish candle in this run. So it didn't reject anything though. That's the problem. So to me, it's just a volatile candle, and it's just doing something like that, and it's just by chance that it started here and it ended here. So that went up, and down. So to me, it's not really bearish. It's kind of nothing. If the wick was higher, it's bearish. And closing bullish, it's still bearish to me. But I would say what I would like to happen is price to push up to about here and then turn around and drop. I'd really like to see a candle like this. Something like this. I'd like to see that. If I see that, then with a little wick on the end, then I think that's going to give us a fairly easy idea of where price can go. We would look to be able to trade down to at least this area, this monthly area. Yeah. If we see something like that, that would make future trading a lot easier. If we see something the opposite, we see something like this, then it sucks because it's like just you go you buy, but it's just annoying. Really annoying. All right, so that's German for now. I discovered on that Zoom I can do this again without it doing that, without it like putting the square around it every time. So Zoom's back. No, they released an update to fix it. People must have, yeah. So thank God. So Zoom's back. Zoom drawing tool is back. It's still a little bit got to get used to where things are again on it. But I like that. What I like about the Zoom tool is doing the boxes like this. rather than the other tool I was using, where I was having to use. I was only be able to do ones like that. Anyway, I was very pleased to discover that. All right, so what have we got? We've got NAS now. NAS, I'm really undecided today. So what I spoke about last Friday. Oh, frozen. Whilst we're waiting for it to unfreeze. Hey, Peter. Oh, Annie, you took it. Fantastic. Okay, so what I was talking about last week for NAS, which takes effect today. So Uber's out. eBay's out. They're no longer in the NAS 100. A few people went in. 6 went in, 6 went out. Let's see if we can find a bit of information. Looks like Microsoft and Apple were weighted lower as well. Yeah, there's no actual firm article talking about it. What about on NASDAQ itself? Four times a year. But December's the bigger one. No, it's quarterly. Anyway, we'll find out. Maybe they'll release it on the open. But we'll see who made the cut. But they already said who was getting cut and who was coming in, because they've got to have. There's a few things for them to be eligible to be on here. They've got to do their books in a certain way. They need to be profitable, I believe, or like running something like that. Report their earnings in a specific way, and then there's a criteria they need to follow. And when they start unperforming, then they get pushed out, and then some others get pushed in. And there's a benefit for them to perform and stay in the NASDAQ or into some of these indexes, because what happens then is that their stock prices get boosted, because you'll see like people that just buy ETFs or buy things that follow the NAS. They're not actually necessarily like saying I want to go out of my way and buy eBay, but eBay will be a beneficiary of it if they are in these NAS. So there's always a lot of competition to be in there, and then the ETFs, for them to get people to continuously buy into them, you really want to have it performing, going up and up and up. So obviously we have these crashes and things, but for the NAS to be profitable, you need investors to buy into it. So you want to cull the underperforming and then put in the performing ones. So if you're down the bottom, it's kind of like relegation. And that's why it's like over time they'll reweight things, and it's like over time it should be, whoever's not performing, say Apple suddenly crashes, they make up such a huge market cap of the NAS, it would have a big hit, but there'll be someone ready to replace it, and then keep pushing, because the people that were around in the like .com bubble, the GFC crisis, before you look back in time, all the best performing stocks, I'm not sure, I can't remember some of the names back in like 2000s, wasn't trading then, but they're gone. And now like Apple and Amazon weren't around in the 2000s, really, were they? Not to the weight they are now. So probably in 20 years time, 10 years time, 20 years time, one of them, imagine if Facebook's gone, you can imagine that they're gone in 20 years. They looked like they were in trouble before. What index do they get relegated to? Oh, it's not like they go to it. They just get out of this index. But there'll be other ones that are like Russell 2000. They'll have 2,000 businesses that are small to medium cap. NAS tracks large cap. But they've all got their own like weighting criteria. German 40 as well. German 40 requires you to be profitable. So if you're not a profitable business for 2 quarters, you get dismissed from the German 40. Or I think it's 2 quarters. You must to be listed on the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, you got to have a minimum free float of 10%, legal operating headquarters in Germany, publish quarterly annual reports timely, and then they need to have a certain revenue as well. I think when German 30 went to German 40, there was some loophole where these people siphoned a couple $1 billion through some like credit card thing or credit system. So they tightened it up. Really interesting. Really, really interesting. Okay, so anyway, that whole little spiel. Now with NAS, the last time they went through this, where the last time they went, because they go through this reweighting and quarterly changes regularly. The last big one was in July 24. July 24. And that was when Apple and someone got reweighted down because they made up too much of the market share. And this year, NAS has made something like, I think NAS has made 44% gain over the course of the whole year. But most of that's made up of the top 7. Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Nvidia. I'm missing one. Amazon. Oh, Google. Okay. Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla, Nvidia, Google. These 7 have outperformed and pulled the whole index up 44%. And that's the top 100. The other 93 businesses haven't done so well. Flat to maybe even down on the year. So if one of these top 7 get reweighted lower and are unable to drag this index up as based on their profitability, then you would think it kind of flattens everything a little bit. So the last time that this happened was in the second quarter of this year, and we had a flat day. So this is how the day went. So this is the London section. You see the London was flat as, and then we had, pause, come on. It's not listening to me. Okay. So this is the day that this is the NAS session on that day. So you can see it's really volatile. We've got 133 pips in movement from top to bottom. Maybe there was news on this day as well. Oh, wait a second, no, because this would be daylight savings. So this is an hour earlier. Yeah, okay. So this is indeed your New York Stock Exchange open. This really volatile candle, 133 pips from top to bottom. So that's a good move. And then went straight back up, and then it just went traded sideways. So I wonder if we're going to get something similar. We get good movement still because it's stock exchange. It's really the last trading week of the year. We should get good movement, but ultimately maybe nothing happens. So we'll see. I kind of think we're going to be a bit flat for the day. So I haven't really done my zones yet. Got to tidy all this up. This one's a mess. So kind of can just, yeah, there we go. Just remove that one. And let's see. Got resistance up here. Got support down here. Got Asian high. Got Asian low. Can't really do anything until we get London session, because if price is coming down and we've got London session that's made like a box around here, then I can imagine NAS can rip down to grab liquidity from under here, or rip up to grab liquidity from above here, and then maybe come back into its range. I just don't know if it's going to go for Friday's New York low or Friday's New York high without the London session. So we'll see. Anyway, got 90 seconds until German. Gold gave a nice little move, 90 pips in the Asian session. Yeah, I would like to see gold maybe sweep this liquidity and then start pressing higher and re-challenge 2040 again. That's kind of what I'm looking for. 2040, but with a little sweep. If we can break underneath 2015, though, we've got clean candles to the left. So we could see, yeah. Gold. You put your glasses on, mate. Nah, no gold. All right, so now this is, oh, look at that. Can't show back down. All right. 20 seconds. We're making a move early. Let's get the all chart view. Oh, what happened here? The last 9 minutes have just been sinking. Jesus. Well, if we can push down and take New York low, I might look for a little bounce off of this guy. But there's a fair bit of momentum creeping in here. Yeah, this is looking like it's just going to pop straight down. All right. Bit of an early move. I want an early one because I've got to get going at some stage. What are you guys' thoughts? What are you looking at? What's that? Bounce. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See how this 5-minute candle closes. All right, let's drive higher now. Hopefully this is a sell to buy. I'm looking for buyers. If we can start finding some momentum, I do see this is a good liquidity score. Take in New York low, double bottoms on a few things. A couple of dojis that swept as well. So I just need to find some liquidity candles. We haven't on the 8-hour. On the 8-hour, we've got all the see those little dojis. Dojis. This is a liquidity candle as well. So can we just retrace and then start to fill this wick? I'd love to see that. And then we can reject from here. So we've got just now on the 4-minute. I think I'm going to give this a go. I'll see what this one can do. So where am I going to target? So risky first entry for a Monday morning. I'm going to trust that this is a support candle. If I take a loss on this one, that's okay. I'll give it a second chance. What I want to see, I'd like to see this. So 16,880. Yeah. I'd like this just to be a liquidity grab. It could push down deeper. The thing that is against it is Europe data is not very good. This could be a liquidity area. So if this is a liquidity area, and then they take this, I will give it a second shot. But I'd like to see something push towards this area. Kind of just stay in this side of this range as well. But keep your risk low, everyone. Five minute wasn't super convincing. Four minute is a little bit better. If something can close back above 705 above the support, I might add a little bit to it. I didn't go very big on this. Doing my best to make everyone seasick as well. Yeah, it's a nice area. It's a nice area and getting into fairly low. Would have liked to have got into the bottom of that wick though. That would have been nice. But here we go. Come on. Don't react here. It needs to press above this gray zone. Come on. Another push. Come on. It's got to break above this little area. Here we are. Very good. About 15 pips up minus the spread. Oh, sorry. With the spread, it crept up to 15. Back to 12 pips now. Oh, okay, Danny, no problem. See you later. Now, it's okay if it does a little pullback to get a little bit more fuel, but when you're in the trade, you just want to see it do that. That hardly ever happens. So annoying. That zone. Back at break even. All right. Leaves straight away. Otherwise I'll just cut this. But leave, reject. So just be the retest. The 15-minute is not going to close bullish now, which is kind of wanted that to close bullish. Let's make a break area. All right, I'm going to get out of this one. Now, if it is closing above here, then they can get back in. For me, anyway. Yeah, that would be the plan. So if you're holding it for the retest, then hopefully it's just you don't have to worry about trading back again. But if we're making a lower high, then I don't want to have to deal with this. But if it's closing, if this is the resistance and now we're closing above it, then there's a good chance that that's the fake out done. Come on. Very important to see how this 3 and 5 minute candles close. What's Nas doing? Sideways. Goldilocks. So slow, come on. Oh, yeah. Was that the sweep? Maybe. Looks like a good sweep. Be nice if this 15 or 30 can close above the euro high. Then it can push up for another 50 pips. German's been a laggard. Okay, 5 minutes not coming to a close. So wanted to close above this gray zone. Moment is looking like it's creating a low high. So I'm glad I got out. Glad I got out when I did. I was kind of thinking, I was like, oh, maybe I got out too soon. But it's looking like I'm made the right decision just to be risk adverse Monday morning. Got very little to show for that. Made 1.8 pips. The spread kills me on German. Pepperstone's good. But on the prop account for German, it's always like 3 pips, always 3.2. So as much as we're like I was up 15, at the moment it's looking like it wants to press down. It looked like it hasn't gathered enough liquidity just here yet. What's the 4 minute look like? It's kind of consolidating here, isn't it? Yeah. Well, the plan is once we're back above this gray section, then I think we can look to sweep the Asian high and make a new daily high. We just got to get out of this area. So this gray zone's holding as resistance at the moment. Once the resistance is broken, then we can have more upside. Until then, looks like it's just maybe wants to press down lower to the 1660 area. Another 25 pips to the downside. Hope not. Really hope it just pushes because I want to take sells later on. So I want to go up then down rather than down then up. But if we go down then up and close somewhere higher, it just makes the rest of the week a little bit more difficult, I reckon. But if we go up and then another heavy rejection to the downside, then it's a real sign that sellers are being committed. And then we can actually see just at least a correction on German. So that's why I want it to go up first. Really don't want to see liquidity grabbed and then go up. Yeah. Alrighty. Well, it's going to take a while for this to set up again before I take a trade. And I've got to go to Portugal with Maddie and Sarah. So we need to finish, get everything, make sure everything's ready. So I'm going to leave it there. Early one today. Sorry, guys. You've got the zones though, got the plan that I'm looking for. So that's it. I'll be able to set up a shop. So I'll do the stream tomorrow morning. Alrighty. Have a good rest of your session. I'm going to set some alert. Where am I going to set my alerts? I'm going to set alerts. I want to know if this will probably go off soon. I'm going to set alert at this gray zone, back above this candle, here and here. So sending alerts at all my gray zones, so that this one here is a little bit above my gray zone. But if I'm on the way to the airport and I see something, or alert goes off, then I've already got a mental imprint of what I've seen here. And then if I get any of these numbers go off, 16,600, 16,660, 16,700, 16,800, 16,830, I'm going to know what to do. So I can take a trade from my phone, hopefully, on the back of an alert going off, rather than trading blind. Plus, I can access trading view on my phone anyway, so there's no big deal. Oh, what's this? Did we just sweep the lows and then look at this guy? We'll just hang tight for a few more minutes. If we can close above here, then we might be in the move early. That's kind of a fast looking move then. Where's the 1 minutes look like? Just press. Is there headlines now that we've opened? No, nothing. Three-minute close, nice. 4 minute close like a little pin bar. 2 minute close, nice as well. I really want to just wait till it closes above, but it's very tempting. You looking at any trend lines, Glenn? I really thought we were going to just have such an easy trade just then. Dave's trend line, thank you very much for sharing. Awesome. There you go. From below, is it? This is obviously because you've got a thicker green one. That's a substantial time frame. Monthly, yeah. And this thin one. Magic green lines. Oh, what am I doing? I'm trying to go. Sorry, Gyro. I don't know how I did that. I just typed in the message, trying to go 3 minute, 2 minute. Typed in a. Somehow selected your name. I did 32 minute. Yeah, let's see if we can get out of this. At least break this little down structure. Let's start pushing higher. Has everyone given the stream a like on YouTube? Very appreciated. Hey, Tom. Thanks, Peter. Appreciate it. You made it, mate. Yeah. God, man, come on. Look at this. When you look at it on like, and you that we've sat through, there's been a little bit of excitement, but ultimately it's done nothing. Jeez. Yeah. All right. Well, we know the plan. It's just about being patient now. Yeah, it's just at the moment, it's just respecting this pressure to the downside. So once it breaks, creating this trend line's liquidity. Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, well, I'll see you in the streams anyway. Between now and then, for sure. We'll be still trying to be as active as I can. In when I'm there, we'll set up. Mornings are pretty easy. Yeah. All right. It's not going to happen before I'm going to start getting help Sarah and make sure Maddie's all right while she gets ready. Cool, guys. Well, have a good rest of your session. Trade safe. Should be on for tomorrow morning. Day of travel. Then we get all set up over there. New background. So I'm going to leave it there. Take care. I'll see you tomorrow. You're welcome. Cheers.